All right, we're going to do an update on the Kyle Buda area. It is April 21st, and you can see up here it says out of 109. So there's 109 houses that are on the market in Kyle and Buda. Last time I did this was about 2 weeks ago, and there was about 80 something on the market. So now there's a little bit more. I'm looking a little red in this camera. I don't know why, but what can I tell you? Anyways, so over in West Buda, let's start over here. There are four houses over here in Ruby Ranch. This is all Ruby Ranch area, and you can see that the houses are really getting up there in there. This one's 1.15 for a 3,300 square foot. So these are really climbing up there. You're not going to probably find one in Ruby Ranch lower than in the sevens. I would think probably the eights is more realistic. Um, this one's only 2,400 square feet and it's right under a million. This is this one is probably one of the older houses in Ruby Ranch. Yeah, it's a 96. So this is in phase one, and that one's still, that's 2,200 square feet. So deeper into Ruby Ranch, this house is probably nice. I'm not saying that it's not, but deeper into Ruby Ranch, you get the nicer, more modern homes. And in the beginning part of Ruby Ranch, phase one, you're gonna have some of the older houses. They're still pretty nice though. But those, I mean, you can see those are really climbing. Um, it does have 5 acres, so that's a lot of the reason. Ruby Ranch is one of the rare. There are some other properties in here, Hayes Country Oaks and Elliott Ranch, that have a little bit more um, acreage. Now this is the New Carpenter Hill section. These are all in the very high sixes or low sevens, which I think is absurd, but that's how much they're going for. These lots are so small. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why they cost that much, but they do. So over in here, you got Garlic Creek and Cullen Country. These you still see some hanging out in the fives here. I don't suspect that'll be for very long. There is one house on the market, Tally Loop. I thought that had come off, but let me see. Tally Loop, Tally Loop. No, it's. I must be thinking of a different house. So they decreased it by $1 just to get a little more interest in it. It's been on the market for 7 days. So 7 days, this person was thinking, "Oh my God, it's taken so long." 7 days is nothing in the old market, but in the new market, I guess they were kind of expecting this to go in the first weekend, and it didn't. So down here, this is Elm Grove neighborhood. There kind of stretches right in this area right here. Those houses are getting in the sixes as well. That's that's crazy. Okay. Um, Not a lot of turnover in the. You got Coves of Cimarron. There's another Shady. I think it's called Shady Point or something like that. Is right here. Shady Point's right here. Oxbow Trails. Not a lot of turnover in this area. You don't see a lot of houses for sale. People really like it, I guess. Most people that I talk to that live in there really like it and have lived there forever. But there is one house on the market on Darrell Drive. I think that is technically in the Coves of Cimarron, but let me look. Or sorry, Cimarron Park, not Coves of Cimarron. Two different neighborhoods. But look, this is only 1,600 square feet, half an acre, and it's $600,000. This one has been on the market for 7 days. I'm gonna just pull up real quick the under contract ones and just to see how long houses are sitting on the market in that area. Make sure that I'm still to reset my location, but okay, so there's a lot of houses that you can see, these houses that were in Garlic Creek. This one went, that's probably one of the last ones that'll go in the threes. Um, they're all jumping into the fours and fives in Garlic Creek. This is Elm Grove again, getting into the sixes. Down here in Whispering Hollow, getting into the real high fives. Some mid. There's a new neighborhood coming in right here. So I'll be curious to see how much those are going for. Again, these are in the fives. Let's just check one out randomly. This is 2,500 square feet. Half an acre. Was listed for $585 and was on the market for 5 days. So typically when a house is on the market for less than a week, they will, in this market, they will probably get asking price or more, because a buyer is probably not going to accept a low ball offer if it's only been on the market for a few days. So you can assume that this sold for $585, if maybe not just a little bit more than that. So it's very possible that it sold for more. That's a crazy high amount, but that's getting to be the normal thing. Over here in Hayes Country Oaks, we got one for $849. This is a nice neighborhood. You got a little more land, so it's 1.4, and that one for $849. It's 2,600 square feet. So you can see that West Buda is really getting pricey. If you live in West Buda, it is a very good time to sell. There's a lot of people moving here still, and this is a very attractive area because it's so close to 45 and they can zoom up into Austin. So we can see that, let's get back to what's currently on the market. That's going to reset my location on my map. No, it didn't. Okay, good. You can see there's a lot of houses on the east side. Even Sunfield over there is getting up into the fours, high fours, low sixes. Here's a 700,000 one. Let's go check that out. It's 2,600 square feet. It's got less than a quarter of an acre, and that's come down $50,000, just about $45,000. It's been on the market for 12 days. They were trying it out at this super high price. I still think that the 700,000 is pretty high. We'll have to keep an eye on that and see where that one goes. Most houses in that neighborhood are going for in the fives, but you can see that there are a few that are going in the, let's just check this one out as well. Again, that's a little over an eighth of an acre. Tiny. It's 2,800 square feet. It's been on the market for 8 days. So this is a little high. They're really trying to push the value over there and see if they can get it. These other houses, this is only 2,000 square feet. Same thing. All the lots are going to be basically the same size over there. And that's been on the market for 7 days. So you can see that, it's still not a lot of days on the market. Highest one is 116. That looks like it's still under construction, so I'm not sure why you would put that on the market and have it. That's an eighth of an acre. So these are just getting so small. Down in here, this is a little older neighborhood. Still in the high threes, low fours or mid fours. So if that's your price range, this area, there's a couple neighborhoods in here that are pretty nice though. But there's just the values are a little bit lower over here. This is pretty high for this area, but it's a little bit bigger of a house. Let's see how many days it's been on the market. Just came on the market. So this one is probably one of the highest ones I've seen for Amberwood, which is not the nicest neighborhood over there. It's not bad. But look at these. These are still in the fours. So if you're looking in the threes and fours, the east side of Kyle doesn't look like the east side of Buda. So yeah, it looks like you have still some threes and fours, but east side of Kyle's got more. There are a lot of houses on the east side in the threes and fours. You move over to the west and look, it jumps up. Some are really jumping up, but you get into fives, sixes. These are out here. These are new. I don't think these are even built yet. But there's one for the three. That's probably an older house, or it's small. It's 1,700 square feet. And then out here is going to be all high in this new neighborhood out here. So that's your update for Kyle and Buda. You can see that the prices are really, really going up. If you're thinking about buying, you want to do it sooner than later, because all of these houses, even down here in South Kyle, East Kyle, but down south on the map where I was looking, these are going to start going up as well. And with interest rates climbing, it's probably a good idea to get in now. Prices are not going to go down. I hear people say that sometimes they're waiting for the prices to go down. You are going to be waiting forever, because prices generally do not go down unless there's some sort of crash or a meteor hits the hits that area over there and puts radiation to the air or something like that. Then you wouldn't want to live there anyway. But that's the only time that prices are going to go down. You're not going to have, prices are generally not going to go down. Not with all the amount of people that want to live in this area. Prices are climbing like crazy. So get in now while you can. Till next week.